Headquarters, Marine Corps Base, San Diego, California, 15th of January, 1942. Subject, volunteers for a special battalion. A call has been issued by the commanding general for volunteers for a special battalion to be formed at once. Now, this battalion will go into training for a particular combat duty overseas. Those men who can pass the severe requirements of this unit will be assured of immediate active service. The work involves close combat with the enemy, and only those men who are prepared to kill or be killed should apply. Those who are accepted will be highly trained and will have every chance of survival. But it must be understood the work is above and beyond the line of duty.
Before you can be selected for this Raider battalion, I must ask you a few questions. The final decision, of course, will rest with Colonel Thorwald.
Yes, sir.
Why do you want to kill Japs?
That's what we're here for, I reckon.
Right you are, but you'll get enough of that just being with the Marine Corps. What I want to know is, how would you feel now with a Jap coming at you with a bayonet? There he is. It's about as far away as that window.
I'd feel right silly, Lieutenant Browning, sir. Down home in Kentucky, a fella ain't much of a shot less than he can hit a squirrel through the head. I don't see how anything as big as a Jap could get as close as that window.
But there'll be times when you can't shoot, when you'll have to sneak up on a man and kill him with a knife. Could you do that?
Lieutenant, what a feller tells you here won't be held against him, will it?
We'll never go outside that door, Tedrow.
Lieutenant, I'd done it. A bunch of them Sheffield boys from Breathitt County found out I was sparking one of their gals. One night when I was visiting her, they snuck up around the cabin. The gal seen them just in time. I snuck out, and in the dark,
That's all right, Tedrow. But I still don't know just why you want to get into this.
Them Sheffields is in the war. Why, if one of them was to kill more Japs than I did, or get decorated, or the like of that, I'd never go home. My pappy'd wallop the daylights out of me, big as I am.
What's your reason for joining up with the Raiders?
Reason?
Yeah, for wanting to join a breakneck gang like this. Why, with your schooling and background, you could make officers' training. In no time at all, you'd be past where it's taken me years to get. Now, what's the reason?
I'd rather not say, sir. Doesn't my being here speak for itself?
It does not. You'll give me a reason and a good one, or stop wasting my time.
It's nothing I'm ashamed of. Speaking of it may just defeat my purpose, that's all.
Out with it.
All right. I'm an ordained minister of the gospel. When I left theological college, I entered the Marines instead of seeking a church, because I felt that in times like these, so many men in the service, I could do more good here. Now I want the most dangerous post I can find, for there beside me will be the men who will need me most.
I'm sorry, Mac. We got our chaplains. What we want now is killers.
I'll do my duty, sir.
I believe you will, Harbison.
This Raider battalion is a tough outfit, Mac. You don't look salty enough.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Nobody gives me a break.
Who are you talking about? Who doesn't give you a break?
Nobody gives me a break. At home it was the same way. To them I was just a no-good kid.
No good kid, huh? Where you from, Montana?
No, Montana's my name, Frankie Montana. I'm from Brooklyn. I wish I was there right now. Oh, this Marine Corps is a bunk.
Come back here. Sit down. Cut out the rough stuff. I'll tell you when to go. Don't you ever again make a crack like that about the Marine Corps. Now, what's your bellyache about? Spit it out.
I got no squawk.
What'd you do, get pinched or something? Lie about it to get in the Marines?
You tell me.
You're a real toughie, aren't you? Okay, Frankie. But what I want to know is, why did you volunteer for this job? You didn't have to.
I told you. Everybody's always called me a no-good kid. I got sick of it. Oh, I never did anything much. My old man, he wasn't my real father, started shoving me around when I was little. I got sore, wouldn't work. He threw me out when my mother died, and I trained with a tough crowd. Oh, let it pass. Can I go now, sir?
Oh, take it easy, son. You know something? They called me a no-good kid once, too. Only they called it to me in Greek. It was in a little seaport town, Piraeus. You probably never heard of it.
What do you mean? Oh, I ain't so dumb. Oh, I've been there. Washing dishes in a Black Star liner out of Bush Terminal.
Well, what do you know about that?
Well, that's how I came to America, washing dishes on a boat. Yeah, I took the bumps, kid. I came up the hard way. I never been to Annapolis. But then you can get these without going there, too. Frankie, just because we're a couple of no good kids, I'm going to take a chance on you.
Good morning, Sergeant Major. Is the old man busy? Never too busy to see you. Go on in, Transport. Thanks.
Transport.
Colonel!
Well, I had an idea you'd show up.
Well, when I heard you was back, I just busted right in.
I'd have been so if you hadn't. Come on, sit down. Where was it last time, Manila?
Oh, Colonel, you forgot. China, the Yankee Patrol.
Right. Well, you know, Transport, I wasn't on the river long.
Yeah, I know. And me and the rest of the old gang could hardly believe it when we heard you quit the Marines.
Well, I felt bad about that, but I had to do it that way. I can talk about it now. You know where I went?
We heard you were sick and went back to the States, but that didn't seem like you.
Must have been a couple of Army guys.
Where did you go, Colonel?
I joined the Chinese Army.
Are you kidding, sir?
And not even the Chinese Marines.
What for?
Well, I could see this war with Japan coming. You didn't have to look far for that. I realized that our first line of defense would be China. So I decided to find out just what her war potential was, just how long she could hold out. I joined the Chinese 8th Route Army. Remember that march they made during the Civil War, 6,000 miles clear across the country?
Was they Chinese in the Civil War? I thought there was General Sherman marching along the... Oh, forgive me, sir. I wasn't trying to make no crack, honest. It's just that I don't read the papers past the funny page. Will you excuse me, sir?
Never mind, Transport. Anyway, that's all over. All the Chinese are united now against the Japs. I've been hearing marvelous things about the guerrilla tactics of the 8th Army. This is right after Shanghai. I made up my mind to find out about them. I couldn't go in uniform, so I went without.
Plenty of fighting, huh, sir?
Transport, you never saw anything like it. Just look at those half-armed, ill-fed peasants. They outmarched, outfought, outmaneuvered the Japs at every turn because they believed in what they were fighting for. Because every man had only one desire, to do his duty. Well, I learned a lot of things that are not in textbooks, and I came back to the States to tell about them. Then, Pearl Harbor, and here we go again.
I don't ask for nothing better, sir.
Transport, we're going to try out something new. Headquarters giving me a free hand. You'll see some fun before we're through.
I hope them Japs have got a sense of humor. They're going to need it.
I want you for my personal runner again, so just wait for orders.
Yes, sir. As far as I'm concerned, you're okay. The rest is up to the colonel. And good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Hey there. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, stand again, eh? One side.
No, for two seconds. What is this? Who's next here?
I am, sir. I was here first.
I was next in line. I went down the scuttlebutt to get a drink of water, and he aced himself.
Oh, what are you
Knock
trying
it
to
off. Give me them papers. Hey, there's the same name on both of these.
I'm Larry O'Ryan.
My name's Kurt Richter. No. Where it says next of kin, it's the same. It says next of kin, Mrs. Molly Richter, mother. Mrs. Molly Richter, mother. How come? What is this?
That's right, Gunner. We both have the same mother.
Mom threw my father out when I was a baby and married his old man, a Dutchman. Can you imagine that?
Why, his old man hadn't drawn a sober breath in 10 years. Could you blame her?
Cut it! Now you stand over there. And you stand over there. Now tell me, you, Richter, why are you so bent on getting in ahead of him, and vice versa? You first.
I enlisted to fight Japs. The sooner I get at it, the better.
Wouldn't be just a grandstand play, would it?
What do you mean?
There's a girl.
Who is she?
Her name's Kathleen.
You keep her out of this.
Kathleen who?
Kathleen Corrigan, the girl back in Boston. Her father's in the Marine barracks of the Navy Yard there. Quartermaster Sergeant Corrigan.
What? Kim Corrigan's daughter? Why, she's a little baby. I bounced her on my knee.
She's in her second year at City College.
No. Well, get on with it. Get on.
Well, that's all. Except this dope joined the Marines to make a hit with her.
Well, that's a lie.
Why,
hey,
no,
pipe down, the both of you. It can't be going on all day like this. We'll toss for it. The loser goes to the end of the line.
Why, here's a coin, sir.
Thanks. Heads. Heads it is. You wait, and at the end of the line.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me see that coin.
Oh, no.
Oh, this one's got down. Hey,
I see you've been in the brig 4 times and always for the same thing, fighting.
Well, you've got to be tough to be a Marine, sir. Them monkeys will run all over you if you ain't.
You've also been in the ring. What name did you fight under?
Pig Iron, sir. I was middleweight champion of East New Jersey once.
Why'd they call you Pig Iron?
Well, my old man had a little farm just outside of town. I used to go around collecting garbage, and the kids started calling me Piggy. Well, I got pretty strong, heaving those cans around, so after a while I started to beat the town kids up. Finally, they stopped calling it. Then when I started fighting, they called me Pig Iron, which I didn't mind.
I'm beginning to understand your record, Matthews. You felt that people looked down on you on account of your job. When you found you could make them look up to you with your fists, you kept on using them. Now it's got to be second nature with you. You hit first and think afterward.
Well, it's kind of hard to think of it that way when the kids hold their noses when you walk by.
I see there's a lot in that, Matthews. But in the outfit that I'm forming, that's the first lesson to learn. That every man's job is important. Whether he carries a rifle, cooks in the galley, drives a truck, or works as a messman, it's the service that counts.
Yes, sir.
You'll do, Matthews.
Just why did you volunteer for this Raider battalion?
My brother died at Pearl Harbor. They didn't find enough of him to bury.
What caused you to volunteer for this Raider battalion?
I fought in Spain. I fought in Greece. This fight is all the same. Fascism.
Why do you want to join this outfit?
My sister was caught by the Japanese in Manila. We never heard a word from her, but we read in the newspapers what they did.
Now, what about you?
3 years I've been a Marine. I haven't been in a fight yet. This is my chance.
Why do you want to sign up?
I just don't like Japs.